Your your question number one from part B is wrong, right?
जी
Now,
सर.
I did this with the previous class, so let me just give you the similar thing as well. First of all, whenever you are approaching the part B, always remember, see, there are two methods. One will say that read the question first and then go and read the manual or extract, whatever is given. What I used to do, what I feel better is this method, okay, that read the question first with three of their answers, okay, and then go and read. This way, you will have some information in your mind that what you are actually looking for. The very renowned method is to first read the whole extract, okay, they say that read this everything and then go and read the question. This is also fine, but my personal experience is to read the question first, understand the question first, then go down and read the manual. This way, the getting right answer, the chances of getting right answers are very high. Let me tell you how. The main point over here is that you have to understand the question very well. Why people are failing in their reading? They are not understanding the question. They are unable to get the information in a right way out of the question. If you have the understanding of question, your answer will be right. Okay, I'm glad that you have done it. 5 out of 6 were right, but still we have to make sure that we are going right way as well. Okay, the manual informs us that the blood pressure monitor
सर
let
आपकी वीडियो
so
शो हो रही है सर. हेलो सर, आपकी वीडियो
yeah,
नहीं आ रही है सर. स्क्रीनशॉट जो है ना सर, उसमें ये मुझे नजर नहीं आ रहा है आपकी.
well, I can assure you, doctor, that from my side it's working fine because I'm using two devices at the moment. Okay, one is the laptop, other one is the the pad, and both are working fine simultaneously. If you could see, my two devices are connected, so it might be
जी
your
सर,
network error.
आवाज आवाज तो आ रही है सर, आवाज तो आ रही है, लेकिन वो
Yeah,
वीडियो
yeah, yeah,
स्क्रीनशॉट.
yeah. The voice is fine. Because of some network glitch. Sometimes it's difficult to see the video.
ओके
Okay,
सर, ओके.
can you see it now?
नो सर.
Be- Because I can. What you can do, you can leave the meeting and come back.
ओके सर, आई कैन ट्राई
Okay.
सर.
Yeah, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Okay. Okay. So the question is that the manual is informing us about something. We have to find out that what's that the manual is informing, right? This is the key word over here is the word inform. That should be in your mind. Now read the questions, the answer options. Blood pressure monitor is likely to interfere with the operation of other medical equipment. Okay, that
जी
this
सर.
the blood pressure monitor will interfere with the function or with other medical equipment that is nearby or with something. Okay, when these two things are together, there is going to be some interference. Okay, then the B says may not work correctly in close proximity to some other devices. So if you just think about it, you know these two answer options are very close to each other. Okay, that's why the students are going to be really confused in A and B. C is definitely going to be excluded. Why? Because
इसको
it
मुझे.
is completely different from the first two.
यस
So the
सर.
confusion will be where between A and B, not in the C. Because C it's written should be considered safe to use in all hospital environments.
यस
It
सर.
is completely different statement, but if you read A and B, they are somehow similar. The one says that the interference will happen with the operation of other medical equipment. It sound like when the blood pressure monitor is there, it will interrupt the other medical equipment. That is what this is giving us the information. The B says that blood pressure monitor itself will not work properly with other devices. Are you getting my point?
जी सर.
Okay. So the first says that the other devices will be get or might not work properly. Thus B says the monitor itself will not work properly. Okay, I'm just giving you more deep sense out of it. Okay. Now if you read the prompt, with the increased use of portable electronic devices, medical equipment may be susceptible to electromagnetic interferences. This may result in incorrect operation of medical device and create a potentially unsafe situation. Okay. In order to regulate the requirements with the aim, now if you read so far till this word situation, okay, if you read till so far, you have not got something which is regarding B or A very clearly. Okay, now with the aim of preventing unsafe product situations, this is the EN60. These are the standards. The level of immunity to electromagnetic interferences, as well as maximum levels of electromagnetic emissions for medical devices. This is what the standards they have set. This medical device confirms for both immunity and emission. Nevertheless, care should be taken to avoid the use of monitor within 7 meters of cell phones or other devices generating strong electrical or electromagnetic fields. Now this nevertheless, and the next 1.5 line, this is telling that the blood pressure monitor, when we are using with the cell phones or with any other medical devices, we have to be very, very careful. Okay, and distance is also written that minimum 7 meters. Now, this is giving us information that the monitor itself, we have to be very careful with the monitor when we are using it within the other devices. So it's not the other devices who are going to be affected by the monitor. Are you following me?
जी sir, I am.
It's the monitor that is going to be affected by the other devices. Okay, so it means if you and I, we both are sitting in one room, and according to the question, I'm just giving a layman example so that it would be clear. If you and I, we are talking, according to the question, if I am, for example, if I am the monitor and you are the other device, the
Yes.
A says that you are a device. Okay, Dr. Riaz is a device and I am a monitor. According to the question prompt A, the answer option A, it says that Dr. Riaz is going to be affected by the monitor. Okay. And B says Dr. Athar is going to be affected by Dr. Riaz. Okay. What is the right answer according to this line? That
Yes sir.
Dr. Wasim or Dr. Athar is going to be affected by Dr. Riaz.
Yes sir.
Okay. It means the device, the monitor is going to be affected by the other devices, not the other devices are going to be affected by monitor. Okay. This now, if you see, it is very confusing. That's why reading is sometimes tricky. Okay. You can expect these sort of answers or questions when you are doing reading. Okay. So you have to be very understanding while you are reading the question. You have to understand everything. Every word is important. Unfortunately, we do not have that much time. Now it took me 10 minutes maybe to explain just two answer options to you. Okay, but in exam situation, you will have only 30 seconds or 40 seconds or 1 minute maximum to answer. So it's completely okay to be confused, but you have to practice in a way that it takes less time. Okay, your eyes should be very sharp. You have to keep on highlighting the information. See, I have highlighted the word susceptible, interference, okay, standards, nevertheless, and always remember, whenever they are going to give you something like these sort of words, nevertheless, however, moreover, okay, thus, these sort of, words, there are chances, 80-70% chances that you are going to get your answer after that. So if you are confused, if you are sure, then it's fine. But if you are confused between two answer options and you see the word nevertheless, however, these sort of words, then select the answer which is given after the word, these sort of words. I hope you'll get the right answers more. It's just uh, it's not a proven strategy. It's just something that I have personally noticed in in my teaching and stuff. Okay, so
Okay, sir.
this the chances might be it's okay. It's there's a possibility that your answer will be wrong, but there are more chances of getting right answer. It's just a hint that I'm giving you. Are you following me so far?
Yeah, sir. Yeah.
Yeah. So is it clear? I'm just this thing, because your only one question was wrong from part B. I just gave you the strategy that how you have to do the part B. I hope you were doing it this way before, but if you are not doing it this way, then do it this way so that you can get more right answers.
Yes.
Okay. Now
Okay, okay.
let's talk about the part C, because many of your questions from part C were wrong. Okay. We can't discuss every question obviously, but we will try to discuss few of them so that you can actually have some sort of idea. Okay, so your question number 8 is wrong. Okay, and then your question number 11 is wrong. Okay, let's just discuss at least two, so to give you an idea that what should be done. 8 and 11. Now in part C, how you have to do part C. First, read the question and the answer options, then go and read the paragraph. The similar way that I have told you in the part B as well. Just follow this thing.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So first we will read the question. What do we learn about sleep in the second paragraph? We are learning about sleep. Okay. We are learning about sleep. We are learning something about sleep over here. Okay. What's that? Let me. Can't use it. Okay, no problem. So we are learning something about sleep. Okay. The first question, the answer option says scientific opinion about its function has changed in recent years. Okay, so from second paragraph, are we learning that scientific opinion about sleep and its function has changed recently or not? Then there is there is now more controversy about it than there was in the past. That either we are learning that there is a more controversial things happening nowadays as compared to the past. Okay. This third one is the researchers have tended to confirm earlier ideas about its purpose. That either the researchers has or researchers have, so the word tended means they are inclined, okay, or they are lean. It means they are more on the other side, okay. So the researchers have uh, tended to confirm earlier ideas about its purpose. It means the researcher says that whatever the earlier ideas, the previous ideas were, they were right, okay, somehow like this, okay. They are leaning. It means, okay, they are leaning towards something, the previous ideas, okay. Studies undertaken in the past have formed the basis of current research. The fourth answer says that the studies, basically whatever has happened in the past, that is the base, that is the foundation for the current research that the people are doing, okay. Now we have understood this. Now let's just go up and read the paragraph again. The scientific opinion has changed. Simply, there is more controversy. Researcher says that the what what they have found now, they are leaning towards the previous studies or purposes. And the third one is that, fourth one is that, whatever is the studies or research is going now, it's basically because of the past. Now let's talk about this. A common refrain among sleep scientists about 2 decades ago was that sleep was performed by the brain in the interest of the brain. That wasn't fully elaborated theory, but it wasn't wrong. Okay, so the researcher says, in within about 2 decades ago, about 20 years ago, the researchers say, the scientists say that the brain is performing the sleep for its own betterment. That wasn't fully elaborated. It means it was not very well established, but it wasn't wrong as well. Okay. Numerous recent studies have hinted, this is important, hinted at the purpose of sleep by confirming that neurological function and cognition are messed up during sleep loss, with the patient's reaction time, mood, and judgment, and all suffering if they are kept awake too long. It means numerous recent studies, whatever the studies, so many studies that happened, and they have hinted at the purpose of sleep by confirming that. Now, this line is referring to the previous study that they are saying, okay, that whatever recently happened, it is a confirmed statement now. Now, let's just come to this point again. Have you ever, in this 4 lines of second paragraph, did you read anything about scientific opinion has changed in recent years? Is
No,
there
sir.
anything that is giving? No.
No,
There is now. Is there any word controversy or something is written in that paragraph?
no, sir.
No. It means there is no clash. Okay. That researchers have tended to confirm. This is what I'm saying. Tended means inclined or lean. It means if you, I, and someone else, we are a group of 3 friends, for example, and I am very much close to you. So when some sort of dispute happens between you and the other person, because you are close to me, so I will favor whom? To you. It means I am leaning towards you. Are you following me, Sofa? So
Ji sir,
the
I am.
research, yeah. So research, this tended means leaning in this way, the way I just explained to you. Okay. So the third option is actually the right option. Okay, that
Yes, sir.
because it is written that in that studies, whatever the studies were there, and now the recent researches have hinted, it means they have somehow proved that whatever was happened in the past, okay, they have confirmed it that the previous studies were right. Okay, and it is written
Yes, sir.
that researchers have tended to confirm earlier ideas about its purpose. The D one is studies undertaken in the past have formed the basis of current research. The foundation or the basis or something, it is not even mentioned in the paragraph second. Okay, it's not about that. The main thing is about the C. I assume that you might have selected D. Okay, why? Because you might had not understood the word tended in a better way.
Yes, sir.
Yes, that's why you might have got the wrong answer. Okay, and that is the reason I've explained in 3 4 different ways to you the meaning of tended. Okay, so that
Okay.
next time it will be in your mind. Is that clear?
Yes, sir. It.
Yeah. So the, whatever I have explained, the main idea behind is that this is how you have to select the right answers. So there are two methods to get the right answer. The first one is to straightforward say this is the answer, and you are when you're 100% sure about the answer, you will just rightly select that. Okay, and that's fine. But in questions where you are confused, or where you have been given these sort of words, the tended or any other word, okay, and you don't know the meaning of those words, and it's completely okay. It's not possible to remember and you know every meaning, because we are not native speakers, right? We can make mistakes. In those sort of scenarios, always use the exclusion method. Okay, what I mean by exclusion method is, first remove the wrong answers from the list. For example, if you remove the this one, okay, now there are 33% chances of the other three are getting right. Then if you remove the second one as well, now between the C and D is a 50-50 chances. Then select the most suitable that for you. Okay, I hope you're doing this way. Okay, but sometimes it's even very difficult when you are at 50-50. Then just have faith, and if you are unable to differentiate between any two, then just say, just just call Allah Pak and take it whatever you like. Okay, then obviously you can't do anything. But do not waste your time on one question. If you are confused, move to the next question very, very quickly. It's a time based exam. Okay. For example, if you are unable to get the right answer out of 8, give yourself 1 minute very quickly. Read the question, read the paragraph. Okay. And if you're unable to get the right answer, leave it. Move to the question number 9. First, complete your remaining paper, then come over and talk about or think about 8. Okay, do not put more time or effort on 8. Okay, because this way you will waste a lot of your time, and at the end you will not have proper time to complete your next questions, and this will affect your performance. So don't
Yes, sir.
waste your time at. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, so this is how you have to do it. This is how you have to make sure that you're getting the right answers. Okay, let's do one more question and then we'll summarize. Okay, what was significant about the findings in Von Cotter's experiment? Now the main word here is significant, and the findings, it was so there might be 10 findings given by Von Cotter's experiment, but what was significant out of those 10? That is your question now. The rate at which the sleep deprived man entered in a pre-diabetic state. Okay, that sleep deprived man, whatever the number was given, they were entered in a pre-diabetic state. or maybe if I may have to make it short, that it means those who had low sleep or less sleep, they were more pre-diabetic. Okay. So now this is how you have to give yourself ideas as well. The fact that sleep deprivation had an influence on the men's glucose levels. The fact that when you have less sleep, it affects your glucose levels. The difference between individual men with regard to their glucose tolerance. The differences between individual men, okay, with regard to their glucose tolerance. Okay, this is very straightforward. Okay, the extent of the contrast in the men's metabolic states between sleep debt and recovery. So now this D says it's a comparison. When someone has low sleep and when someone is recovering, okay, sleep debt and recovery, okay, their metabolic states, the comparison between these two. Okay, now let's go and read Mr. Von Carter's. I think this is the answer. Okay. Subsequent studies also found insulin resistance.
पैराग्राफ यही है सर या दूसरा होगा?
Yes.
पैराग्राफ सर, पैराग्राफ.
Yeah, this one. This is the paragraph. Over a century of sleep research. Okay, over a century of sleep research has revealed numerous undesirable outcomes from staying awake too long. In 1999, Von Cotter and colleagues had 11 men sleep in the university lab. So they put 11 men into sleep in their university for 3 nights. They spent 8 hours in bed. Those 11 men they are talking about. For 3 nights, 11 men slept for 8 hours on bed. Then for 6 nights, they were allowed only 4 hours. So first 3 nights, they said, Mr. Von Cotter said to those 11 men that sleep for 8 hours. Then after 3 days, the next 6 nights, they only asked them or allowed them to sleep for 4 hours. Okay, occurring what Von Cotter calls a sleep debt. It means they put them in a debt. So first they said 8, now they are saying 4. Okay. And then for 6 nights they could sleep for up to 12 hours. Okay. Now let's just think about it. First 3 nights, 8 hours. Next 6 nights, 4 hours. Then again for 12 hours for the next 6 nights. Okay. This is what they are calling recovery. Okay. During sleep debt and recovery, researchers gave the participants a glucose tolerance test and found striking differences. While sleep deprived, the men's glucose metabolism resembled a pre-diabetic state. When they were sleep deprived, their glucose metabolism was in a pre-diabetic state. We knew it would be affected, says Von Carter. The big surprise was the effect being much greater than we thought. Now you might be confused between A, or if you have selected A, what would be the reason? This thing. Okay, the men entered a pre-diabetic state. But if you see the whole paragraph, from here till here, they are comparing everything. Are you following me, Dr. Yaz? See, the first
जी
three
सर जी.
nights, 8 hours. Next 6 nights, 4 hours. Then the next 6 nights, 12 hours. So they are doing what? They are comparing. It's not that they only took the tolerance test while they were sleep deprived. They took when they were in a recovery as well. The result which is given in the paragraph is only about deprived. Are you following me? Just to
जी
confuse
सर understand.
that just to confuse us. Okay, so it is a comparison. So the answer would be what? The D. Okay, because they are contrasting, they are comparing. Okay, and they are telling that they were even surprised. Okay, the extent is showing the word surprise here. Okay, that the contrast in the men's metabolic states between sleep and death, it was they didn't expect that this much bad or will happen the way it happened. Okay, so that is how you have to think about it. Okay, is it clear
Okay.
so far?
Yes sir, it is clear.
Okay, so the main idea was all about this part B and part C discussion was to give you the brief idea that how you are actually going to do the reading test. Okay, you have to think on a micro level, the way I am talking to you, the way I'm trying to explain. Okay, and use the exclusion method and practice this way. I hope you will, inshallah, improve more and more. Do you have any question?
सर अगर कोई सर ये वर्ड वगैरह है जो डिफिकल्ट हो उसको समझ में ना आए तो उसको कैसे टैकल करें इधर?
See, I just mentioned, आपको सिर्फ ये करना है. If you don't know the meaning, आपको पता ही नहीं है कि ये वर्ड कौन सा है, यूज द एक्सक्लूजन मेथड. पहले गलत जो आपको पता है कि फॉर श्योर गलत है, फॉर एग्जांपल ये फॉर श्योर गलत है, आप इसको निकाल दें. आपको पता है कि
जी सर।
ये दोनों ये फॉर श्योर गलत है, आप इसको एक्सक्लूड कर दें. अब रह जाएंगे क्या? सिर्फ सी और डी या ए और डी. अब आप कंफ्यूज हैं बिटवीन ए और डी में. ठीक है, अब ए और डी में जब आप कंफ्यूज हैं, इट्स अ 50-50 चांस ना कि आप राइट भी हो सकते हैं और रॉन्ग भी हो सकते हैं.
जी सर।
आप अब उस सिचुएशन में ऑब्वियसली आप क्या कर सकते हैं, आप सिर्फ कोशिश कर सकते हैं कि आप राइट आंसर तक पहुंच जाए. लेकिन अगर आपने सारी कोशिश कर ली और आप नहीं पहुंच पाए, देन अल्लाह का नाम लेके कुछ भी सिलेक्ट कर ले.
ठीक सर
चांसेस
ठीक।
आर 50 कि गलत हो जाएगा या सही हो जाएगा. ठीक है, नाउ इट्स लक. 50-50 में लक आ जाएगा.
लक आ जाएगा,
ठीक है,
सही सर।
सही है. तो वहां पे यू वो चीज आपके हाथ में ही नहीं है. और ऑब्वियसली मैं आपको जितना भी कह लूं आप ये कर दें वो कर, हर अल्फाज का मतलब आपको नहीं याद रहेगा. मैं आपको बता भी दूं ना, मैं आपको फॉर एग्जांपल 600-500 1000 वर्ड दे देता हूँ कि आप ये
जी
कर लो,
सर।
आपका आ जाएगा, फिर भी याद नहीं रहेगा. अब मेरी
सही
बात
सर।
समझ रहे हैं? बिकॉज दिस इज
जी सर।
हाउ द ह्यूमन माइंड इज. और ऑब्वियसली इसमें कोई सेट सिलेबस तो है नहीं ओईटी में कि
जी
आपने यही करके जाना और उसी में से आ जाएगा.
सही सर।
ठीक है, सो आपने सिर्फ प्रैक्टिस इस तरह से करनी है और स्ट्रैटेजीज इस तरह से लगानी है कि अगर आप इन चार को देखें तो आपके सही, अगर आप चार में कंफ्यूज हैं तो चांसेस क्या है सही होने के और गलत होने के? 75% चांसेस हैं कि क्वेश्चन गलत होगा, ट्वेंटी
जी
फाइव
सर।
परसेंट चांसेस है कि क्वेश्चन ठीक होगा. ठीक है, तो चांसेस ज्यादा, आपने उसको डिक्रीज करके 50-50 तक ले आना है. 50 के बाद इट्स लक.
ठीक है सर।
ठीक है, दैट्स हाउ यू डू इट. ओके, इंशाल्लाह आई विल
ओके
सी
सर।
यू टुमारो. गुड
और
नाइट,
सर
अल्लाह
कल
हाफिज.
क्या स्टार्ट करेंगे सर?